This conference is
from a tweet chat in 2020 to a full-fledged media coaching platform. Media Mastery on the Get Talking with Esther show is here to help you navigate the ever-evolving world of media. With over 15 years of experience in media strategy, PR, and brand positioning, I have helped countless women and business owners gain visibility, tell their stories, and secure top-tier media features. Now, every Thursday at 5 p.m., we are taking it up a notch with industry insights, guest experts, case studies, how to pitch to the media, personal branding, and visibility. If you are serious about honing your story and mastering media, stay with me. Something big is coming. From a tweet chat in 2020 to a full-fledged media coaching platform, Media Mastery on the Get Talking with Esther show is here to help you navigate the ever-evolving world of media. With over 15 years of experience in media strategy, PR, and brand positioning, I have helped countless women and business owners gain visibility, tell their stories, and secure top-tier media features. Now, every Thursday at 5 p.m., we are taking it up a notch with industry insights, guest experts, case studies, how to pitch to the media, personal branding, and visibility. If you are serious about honing your story and mastering media, stay with me. Something big is coming. Hi everyone, happy Thursday. How are you doing today? I am here again, bringing you, of course, the Media Mastery Show and Get Talking with Esther. And today I have an amazing guest with me. That's Tosin Ajibade, aka Olorisupergal. And in just a bit, she's going to be coming here to share about her journey. Of course, tell us what the 10 years has looked like for her in the industry as a digital media pioneer in Nigeria. And we'll be discussing the new media conference coming up on September 25th. I am excited to know more about that. I'm excited to get talking with her. I am excited to just, be here once again, today to share with you knowledge about media, how to position yourself in the media, and bring thought leaders and innovators and people who have contributed to the media to share their experience with us. So, like I said in a bit, this is a bit of a personal show for me today because I've known Tosin for many years, for more than 10 years. And, having her on the show today as a guest is not just, it's not just a full circle, but it's also exciting, when you see women who have contributed their quota in any industry and they're thriving. And they're not just thriving, but they're also lifting other women up. They're using their platform to create change, meaningful change that are impactful and measurable. So please join me as I had on stage Tosin Ajibade Olorisupergal to the stage today. How are you, Tosin?
I'm very well. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Esther. Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to join us today. I'm really excited, to have you on today. First thing that I want to ask you, I know we talked before, you came live, is how has the week been for you?
I don't know how to explain it. So it's more or less like I wake up on Monday and the next day it's Friday. So everything happening between Monday and Friday just goes like a face. Like I really cannot describe it is what I would say, because for every new dawn, every new day, it's work again. It's sleeping late, waking up early, getting on calls, a whole lot of things are happening because of the events coming up. So
Mm-hmm.
it has just been like that for the past few weeks. But we are getting there.
How do you unwind? With all of this that you've just mentioned, how do you unwind?
Online, TV or Netflix or maybe Showman, something like that. That's the only
Yeah.
way I can unwind. Maybe watch a movie for a few minutes and then just get back into something to um, rest, because rest is
Mhm.
very important. I've been having a
Yeah.
lot of back pains recently, and so sitting down to
Mm-hmm.
meetings, so virtual meetings, physical
Mm-hmm.
meetings.
Mm-hmm.
There's just been a whole lot. I think a week I just phased out. I really do remember, like I phased out 2 weeks ago. Like a lot happened that week, and I just phased out.
Yeah.
So
And that's burning out because you were
yes,
overwhelmed.
exactly. So and I was asking myself, how can I get myself back? You know,
Mm. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
can I get myself back? I didn't know. I nothing made sense again anymore. Like I didn't know how to
Yeah.
pick it up anymore. But
Yeah.
until few hours or the day after or 2 days after, I was able to
Mm-hmm.
pick up and the week got better. So it's understanding how far this can go and how it's what it is, but also
Mm-hmm.
having the reminder that
Mm-hmm.
you have to keep going. That's just it.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to, you have to get going, but you also have to create that balance. And I hear you when you say that your body just told you you got to rest. And I had that moment myself like a few weeks ago, and I'm like, you know what? The whole world is going to go on.
Yeah.
That's the truth. So you sometimes have to create the moment for yourself to just relax. And it's glad to see you rejuvenated. It's a lot you are juggling. I can assume there's the platform and then there's the event. What would you say has been the highlight of your week so far?
I would say, I think a few minutes ago, one of our, because, okay, a few minutes, like hours before this call,
Yeah.
we had the meeting with the event
Mhm.
planner for the event, with the
Mhm.
project
Yeah.
manager, with the
Yeah.
event producer. We had a meeting, and after the meeting ended, the event manager sent me a message on WhatsApp saying that one of our speakers had confirmed, and
Okay.
that got me excited because
Okay.
there's been, sending emails, writing letters,
Mhm.
visits, doing a lot of calls and everything,
Mhm.
ensuring that we put a very well, it's a well put together event. Despite the fact that we are bridging the gap for the older folks and the younger people in the industry, we're also trying
Mhm.
to ensure that the caliber of people that are coming for this event and also speaking at this
Mhm.
event would meet at least one or two of the age groups that we are looking out for. So that got me excited. At least we are moving,
Yeah, that's a good one.
So that news got me excited. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one, and I'm happy that there's good news to end the week with, and of course by September you're moving fully into the countdown.
Yes. September 1st, we're moving fully countdown to September 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a whole lot. It's a
Yeah.
decade of disrupting new media. It's 10 years for us. And this year we'll also be we'll also be recognizing
Mm-hmm.
100 disruptors in the industry, from agencies to influencers, creators,
Yeah.
vloggers, podcasters, tech what's the tech creators that
Yeah.
have been there. So it's a whole lot, and working with the jury members, I'm working with different segments of the event. So we have the jury members, we have the team leads, we have the volunteers, we have the production aspect. So it's a whole lot, and
Mm-hmm.
despite the fact that everything is all, I would say it's like a pause right now. So everything will start coming together as time goes by,
Yeah.
and it comes with a little bit of fear,
Mm-hmm.
scary. It also comes a little bit of you can do it, you can do it. It also comes a
Yeah.
little bit of why are you doing this?
Mm. I know that feeling. Who sent me message?
Oh my
Why
god!
am I doing this? But I
Like
mean, all of that will wear out, few days to the event when you start seeing. I know the thing with, planning an event early, starting early is that the time you have like 8 weeks to plan, sometimes 10
yeah,
weeks. And it is you who is counting down in your mind, like,
yes.
oh my God, there's 1 month. But
It's 1 month
what am I
exactly,
doing this day? But the truth
exactly.
is, the people who are going to benefit, the people who are going to attend, are the ones, who would really, really lift the brand, to the next level. But before we dive
Exactly.
into that, I want to make sure that I introduce you properly for those who
Okay.
will be watching this, later on YouTube. So they know who you are. Tosin Ajibade, widely known as Olorisupergal, is a leading Nigerian digital media entrepreneur, author, and public speaker. He is the founder of Olorisupergal Media and convener of the New Media Conference, a platform that brings together industry leaders to explore the future of digital storytelling. With over a decade of experience, Tosin has become a trailblazer in using media for social impact, women's empowerment, and youth advocacy. She's also the author of From Misfit to Social Media Hero, inspiring a new generation to leverage digital platforms for social impact. And that is me just keeping that bio really short. I want to start with that book before I go into the questions.
Yeah.
I remember when you released that book, and I know how the reception was when you released the book. What was the inspiration for you at the time you released the book?
Okay, so I released my first book in 2018, and I would say that the motivation or inspiration around that book started in 2015. So
Okay.
2015 was also was also the same year we started New Media Conference. It was the
Uh-huh.
same year that it came with a lot of questioning of exactly what I was doing, and I wanted to show value. I wanted to show I'm more than the tag blogger. I don't see myself as a blogger, and that was the feeling 2015 to that 2018.
Yeah.
So I am more than this. I mean, I studied accounting in school. If not at all, by now I should be like a professional or a fellow in
Mhm.
accounting, and coming to this field was new to everybody at that time. And
Yeah.
now then it was more or less like, are you sure this is what you're supposed to do? Oh, you're copying
Uh-huh.
this person, or you're
Uh-huh.
copying that person. The comparison was too much. It was elitist at a point. You get to some places, you get to some environments, there's this feeling you get, or there's this
Yeah.
way you are being received. So I
Mm.
needed to like prove that I'm actually more than that. I'm not
Mm.
tagged as a blogger.
Uh-huh.
So the book came up because I also wanted to share my story. I also wanted to share my journey on
Okay.
how my professional and personal life, all kicked off, because people thought it was something that I got lucky with. No, it was not something I got lucky with. It was something that started and kicked off, and I put in everything that I knew at that time, and it became what it was. So I wasn't lucky. Everybody should know and understand that. So sharing that in my book, which was released in 2018, would then help anybody know me better. And I won't say this to shock you. Even when I released the book 2018 at the New Media Conference, we had the New Media Conference edition also that year. So we
Yes.
had the book launch, and I think one of the journalists who was interviewing me that day asked me
Mhm.
if maybe if I copied or pasted, if I copied or like was something around that. Yes, it was something around that, meaning that maybe the book was not originally written by me.
Oh.
And in my head, I was just like, there's, nobody can tell your story. That's one thing. And that's one truth. Nobody can tell your story. The book has my story. It has my professional and personal life. I'm a very private person. Or I would say I keep to myself is what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really, go into people's things. And also, the reason why I'm even sharing this is because the belief must come from you first. The
Yes.
doubting Thomases were around me. Everything was all around me. The noise, the everything, distraction, everything was all around me. But I knew there was something I needed to share. And that was how my first book came out and it came to light. And it has been sold online. It has also been sold physical copies, printed physical copies, gone to schools. I've done a whole lot with the book. Did media tour in Ibadan, did media tour in Lagos, and it was a
Yeah.
success. And people who see me to date, I think I got a commendation 2 weeks ago in church. Someone saw me and said, "Oh, I still read your book," and I'm like, "You wait to go collect to 2018," So it still has that impact. It still creates that impact in the
Yeah.
lives of
People
people.
will still see and know and appreciate
Yes,
the work that you've put in. And honestly, those are your people. The people
exactly.
who see you, the people who appreciate what you bring to the table, and the people who believe in your deeds. So I want to say that thank you for writing, that, because
Thank
we
you.
need stories like that to be shared. People need to know your why. They need to know where you're coming
Yeah,
from. They need to know how you arrived at where you are right now. So which is very, very important. Right.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna ask you, Tosin, you've been a very powerful voice in digital media for over 10 years. What inspired you? We've touched a little
Yes.
bit on that to start Supergirl, and how has the platform evolved?
Okay. So the question is not funny, but because I'm laughing because I am actually laughing because when everything all started, it was a crazy moment. It was a period of you don't know what you're doing. How is this going to make money? How is this going to, be fruitful?
Mm,
So, and like I said, it comes from even at the point I didn't know what I was doing too. I would say
mhm,
that, and also realizing that at least this is getting me somewhere. It's a different thing.
yeah.
My my mindset at that time was and I don't mind and I don't mind is the devil's workshop.
Mhm, yeah.
What do you have in your hands? Same
Mm,
story, same way I relate the story to when God asked Moses what did he have in his hands, and he said he
mhm,
had a rod. He said, "Oh, strike the rod on the rock, and water gushed out from the rock."
mhm,
That is my clear example. What do you have in your hand? So I used what I had in my hands at that time to create what we have today or what we know today. And
yeah.
being pioneers of digital media or new media at that time, like I said, it was it was something that we had to discover ourselves until now we can say, okay, this is well relatable. This is something that people cannot relate with in Nigeria. Nobody wanted to associate themselves with anyone called blogger. For
Mm,
instance, your self-esteem, your morale, all those things would go down. But for me, I just kept it going. I am still passionate about my work. I was passionate about my work. I'm still passionate about my work. Anyone who sees me now, maybe holding a phone or a camera on the red carpet, might think maybe I'm a newbie or I'm just starting. And not because I don't want to leave the work, I can't help somebody else to do it. But no, your work is your work, and then there's something called professionalism when you're delivering your work. There are certain clients that you have to be there for. There are also other clients that you can also always send your staff to cover
yeah.
the event. So knowing the difference of being professional, I have to learn this on the job. I don't
Mhm,
like you don't see the job as something that you can just push aside and say that it is just something you want to do, which is why most people
yeah.
in the industry they do this as their part-time job. To me, it's my full-time job. It's my daily bread. This is where I learn. This is where I work. This is what pays the bills. So how
Mhm,
do I improve myself? By attending conferences, by reading, by even talking to colleagues. I have colleagues, in Ghana, in Nairobi, in South Africa. I have colleagues like everywhere, even in the US, even in Canada. Like I have people around that we talk to. What is happening in your side? What's going on in your side? Oh, this is what is happening in our side, Nigerian side. Which is why every market is different. The way it works in Nigeria does not work in Kenya. It doesn't work in South Africa. It doesn't work in
mhm,
anywhere else. The Nigerian market is unique. The other market is unique. So how
yeah.
do you learn from industry folks? How do you learn from people? How do you meet people? How do you know what's going on? All right. So a lot has happened over the years, and I thank God for growth because with the rave and
Mm,
the sensation of being from blogger, now it's podcaster, now it's a content creator, it's influencer marketing, it's rishi. Try and make sure that you are making your money. That's my own. Whatever you call yourself,
absolutely.
ensure you're making your money because it has moved beyond that point of just putting yourself in the box. So
Mm,
this I'm sharing is because sometimes people try to put you in a box that they know you for. People still
yeah.
see me because they know me way back the same way. But I've moved, I've evolved. Like
Yes.
being an author, being a teacher, a
Mhm,
trainer, being having my business, still running my business, doing a
mhm,
lot of things. Not because I want to keep busy, but because I also want to grow. I'm a student where I am.
yeah.
So I am learning every day. I'm learning every time. So
Yeah.
the everything has changed in the past 10, 15 years. Everything has changed. And we thank God for growth. We thank God that now this industry with the pioneers in the industry, it has paved way for a whole lot of people. Even
Mhm,
some people today, they don't even finish school before they make their first million, which
that's
is
true.
really good. It is great. I made my first million when I was in my 20s. Really, really great. It was awesome. It was really awesome. When I got paid in dollars in my
Yeah.
20s, I was excited. I went to the bathroom of the bank to scream
Mhm.
when I got
And
my money.
I agree. I agree with you totally.
I went
Things
to
have changed.
scream, like, oh, so this is real. So with everything that we are seeing today, it's relatable, it's understandable. I see
Mm-hmm.
it, I acknowledge it, and I'm like, thank God for growth. Thank God that this is
Exactly.
happening. Thank God that people are also finding themselves. They're not letting people put them in a box,
In a
and all.
box. Amazing. And you've consistently put yourself out there for 10 years. And I mean, it's more than 10 years. The NMC, the Olorisupergal journey, for me, I would say it's from the moment you started. It looks like 10, that's you've given yourself more than 10 years in the
Yeah.
industry. So
Yes.
when people want to, put you in a box, like you said, you need to remind them of who you are.
I
You
am
need to
not.
remind them that, okay, I understand. Oh, you used to know me in 20 something. Okay, I am different. This is now a person who has structure and a system in place. This is a
Exactly.
person, that even while you've known me for XYZ years, I am still a person that a lot of people need access to. So, and I like that you said that, because sometimes people are so fixated on the side of you, they still see you as maybe a teenager.
I tell them, okay, fine. You see, some people will see me and they're like, oh, auntie. I said, I'm not your auntie. I'm a Gen Z. I'm not your auntie. The only difference is that I started very early
Yes,
in the industry. I'm
yes.
like, for the job that I'm doing is 15 years. For the event
Hmm.
is 10 years. I
Hmm.
started way early, and I'm still in my 30s.
And
So
that's
it's not a case of, oh, I am old. It's the like,
hmm
you can't call anybody old
yeah.
if RMD is still making it at this time. If a
Hmm.
lot of people in their 60s and 70s are even creators all over the world. Like, look at the story of the woman with the boss in the UK.
Yes.
She's getting endorsements from Burberry, from brands, beauty brands, and all. There is no age limit to success. There is no age
No.
limit to when you break it. So for
No.
me, I'm still getting there. I'm still getting
Yeah.
it.
And the thing about it is that in this age and time, you don't even know when you're going to go viral.
Yeah,
You don't know that
exactly.
one thing you will do out of the many things you've done that would get you discovered. So thank you so much, for sharing that. I want to ask about the new media conference. I know you're excited about that. You touched a little bit on that. The theme for this year is a decade of stretching media. What are some major shifts that you have seen, right, in the media space in 10 years?
Oh,
What are
so
some of
I
the
think
shifts that you've seen?
okay, so I think some of the major shifts that I've seen
Yeah.
will be the rise of creators, the rise of
Okay.
influencers, the rise of skit makers. I remember
Okay.
back then it was 15 seconds on Instagram. You have to
Mm-hmm.
utilize that 15 seconds. It became 30 seconds, it became 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram was just a picture platform, it wasn't a video platform, but it's
Yeah.
evolved to that. And Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp now working together, then TikTok, Snapchat.
Yeah.
Back then all our news was on Facebook. We go to Twitter to go and converse. Now Twitter is something else. Exactly, I can't survive Twitter these days, honestly. Back then we were the cheese, we were the
Ah,
talkers, talkatives, we were the
no
talk talk
good.
talk, cho cho cho, we were the influencers of Twitter back then. But right now I can't even stand it. Any little thing they are cussing you, they're cussing. I'm like, hey, then this is just Twitter. And because of that experience, I've been able to. There's certain things that you see online, like my energy. This comment or this response does not need my energy. I'll just push it
Mm,
aside. You have me not like because I'm trying to claim faithful or holy or anything. There's certain things
yeah.
that I look at and I'm like, energy me or to rather than for me to engage with you. There's a button called block. There's a button called mute and report. You can
Mm-hmm.
always now say later on that this person blocked you because you didn't use your brain. It's just
Yes.
it. Because back then, social media was used for knowledge bases. It was used to connect, to meet
Yes.
the right people. But these days,
Yes.
they use it for all sorts of things in terms of
Sad.
abusing and cursing and all. So a lot has changed. Yeah, the rise of the creator economy is so amazing to see. I'm so excited. The rise of influencer marketing also too as is working. Brand ambassadors, brand influencers or brand ambassadors also for brands is also an
Mm-hmm.
amazing thing to see because I mean back in those days you would see models be the brand ambassadors, but right now it's influencers that are taking the jobs. Influencers are
That's
taking our
true.
jobs. A lot of things, people are taking our jobs. Even these days, agencies have their own blogs.
So I heard.
Yes, agencies now have their own blog. So they are really the usage of blogs or platforms like ours that is reducing. So agencies are owning their own blog, creating their own audience, community, and all shows that they are shifting away from moving to that mass market, and everybody is now has a community. So community is what is, taking over or has taken over on all of these platforms, from YouTube to TikTok to WhatsApp, Telegram. Community is what is taking over. So, like I said, the shift has really moved. Like if you are the one who say, "Oh, I don't like cameras," you like this camera. I don't want my face to be seen. Your face has to be seen.
Your space has to be
And
seen.
this has caused a lot of commotion, caused a lot of discourse. Like it has caused a lot of commotion in the industry also too. Whereas where people don't know the media ethics, they don't know what to post, how to blur um, images that are scary, graphic images, uh, what to put. Like people just post all sorts of things. Like in relation to the airline story too,
Yeah.
and the airline, like and the
Yes.
lady involved, that
Yes.
was just, you could tell the person who posted was just right at the door. Like, why would you publish such
That
content
kind of
online?
thing. Yeah.
No decency, no checking, no nothing, and
No
all of these
respect.
things, like that's the opposite of the industry that we are in today. There's no decorum at all. Everybody's just doing bass moves. There's no decorum at all. There is no.
Yeah.
So it's it is what you see, garbage in, garbage out,
Garbage
right?
in, garbage out.
It is what you
Garbage
see
in.
that you get online. So you have to now filter what you are reading, what you are seeing, how you want your timeline to be. And thank God for algorithm. I think
Yeah.
what you like is what you keep seeing right now. So you use the algorithm, you use your timeline very well with your algorithm, know what you're
Mm.
seeing. So
Mm.
it has come with the good side, it has come with the bad side. And that is
Yeah.
the reason why we also started the New Media Conference School Debates in
Yeah.
2017, when we go to schools, secondary schools, to inform them and teach them about the use of new media, using
Yeah.
topics in the new media to engage them, to educate them also too,
Yes.
and also to create impact. And so far so good. You can tell that schools are also not having good press in Nigeria. A lot is happening. We can't say these things online because we all know what's going on. But how then again can these students also learn that there is a good side of new media and there's also a good bad side of new media, and
Mm.
it's how you use it for yourself that matters a lot. Which is why a lot of academic, like a lot of people who do well in academics or do
Yes.
well in science or in technology don't get the news. But those who do the other side of the of it, or they have like bad press, are the ones that get most of the stories, or they get the
Yes.
platforms. Which is why people always say, this person is doing something great. Why are you not posting it? That is not what the audience wants to watch. That is not what the audience wants to read. It is you that now decides what you want on your page also too, even as a publisher. A
Yes.
lot of times we've had to change and change and change. Okay, we are not doing this again. We are not doing that again. We are not doing this. We are not a rumor platform. We are not a gossip platform. We are not doing this. There are so many things that we would also have to learn on the job,
Mm.
right? In a case where some people would come and say they want to post on the page, but they
Yeah.
want us to publish it for charity purposes. You don't need to pay for charity purpose content. All right, you don't say you want to pay us for us to post it. So we don't ask for documents. We need documents. We need documents attached to this case. We don't hear from them again. We now got wiser. We now realize that people want to post on platforms to gain money, public money funds. Because ordinarily we will not collect money for NGO content. So why are you saying you want to pay us for the content? But they are about to feel okay. They are not being truthful.
and
Very
and
weird.
and that's where and that's where you evolving comes in. That is where experience comes in,
Exactly.
and that is the knowledge that a lot of people should pay you for, because
Exactly.
you can tutor those who are just coming up to say, listen, I know something that is BS when I see BS, because
Exactly.
I have seen this many times. And this part you just touched on, it is very important, because there are people who don't understand that, listen, you've got to separate business from charity. If you are doing charity, come correct, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing business, come correct. So
Come correct. Yeah.
come correct. Let the person know. And like you said, when people ask for documentation, if you are genuine, present it.
Exactly.
What you mentioned happened, recently on the Facebook page too, and the person had to post an apology because they posted out of their emotion. without verifying. Now, after this person collected money, they blocked them. So it was just someone randomly coming inbox to say, "Hi, I have this problem. Please help me post." There was no due diligence. There was no background check. People started sending money. By the time someone went to that person and said, "Listen, this person does not have any problem." As a matter of fact, they are not even, you don't even know the person behind the account.
Exactly.
It was blocked. So thank you for sharing that, because
Yeah.
sometimes in doing the work that we do, we need to be very mindful.
Very
We need,
vigilant
we need
because
to be
this
intentional.
work is very, yes, it's very risky and you don't know it all. So people assume that, oh, because you run this platform, these are the things that you should know or something.
Mhm.
Like I was sharing earlier about how this industry all started. Like you also mentioned, there is no
Yeah,
structure. But for
yeah,
every platform, we are the ones that are now teaching ourselves on how to do things right. Now you
yes,
cannot blame us and nail us for doing things right.
yes.
All right, you cannot put us also under the same umbrella, like we are this set of people too, which is
Mm-hmm.
why I in as much as how things are going even in our industry and the country, I
Yeah,
remove myself quickly, I remove my brand immediately. I do not like it where I don't like it where it is being attached to something that doesn't make any sense. So
um,
a lot that happens sometimes are just first time experiences that would then help you realize that, okay, next time ilé ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́. That is why we don't take anything that has to do with charity. We don't take it. Because when we ask you to verify, we ask you to do anything, we are putting our brand, we are putting our integrity at stake.
on
We
the
are putting
line.
everything we have built over the years at stake. Which
Yep,
means that people begin to send you donations. We are the ones who will be responsible for it. Which is
yes,
also the same thing too that has to do with influencer marketing and brands. A lot of
yes,
brands and issues, influencer issues, SLAs not being read, MOUs not being met, a whole lot of issues. Some people that will collect money and not deliver, some people that will deliver and they will not get paid.
yeah,
I've been in those issues before where post stories or we post content from the agency and we don't get paid. We have to chase our money. Before we know it, it becomes bad debt. Not really low. And then someone will see me and say, "Oh, you're making money. Which money?
and
Which
and
money are we
and,
making?"
and that is why storytelling, the essence of why we're here today,
Because
is important.
a whole lot of the industry is rotten. A whole lot of things, because people don't talk, and I don't blame us. We don't talk. We are the ones that will talk, and we are still the ones that will get blamed. I understand. It is understandable.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and the reason why a lot of us don't talk. You know it yourself. Some of us are from the days when we just have to keep going, right?
Yeah,
And because of sometimes the self-image as well, the brand, the momentum we have built over time, and you know how drama can spiral. Somebody
exactly.
always wants to quote a person that has a name. The same thing you say as Olorisupergal, someone else will say it, and nobody will say anything. But the moment it's
Exactly.
from Olorisupergal, because they have something to use as a clickbait. So and I share your sentiments, right? With you saying you don't want to go into charity, doing charity stuff on your platform, and that is some way that you have evolved. It's a good thing, and I hope that anyone who is watching today would learn from you that
Yeah.
emotions don't run businesses.
Yes. They don't.
You've got to be very, very objective. Now, Tosin, what you've shared is pretty much about storytelling. And how do you think storytelling, has played a role in shaping your own digital presence? You just
Okay.
shared a bit of your experience. How has it shaped you? Storytelling, sharing your journey, how has it shaped you as a person?
So I think it has helped in the sense of exposure,
Hmm.
meeting people,
Yeah.
uh, getting compliments,
Hmm.
introduction,
Yeah.
introductions.
Yeah.
Um, oh, you should work with this person, and that has worked. I mean, that has helped a lot. You
Hmm.
know, so I'll call it. So people say networking, but sometimes it's also the connections, also the the person also that you are meeting, how it works, and also people introducing you to the next person. Like I would say, referrals is what I'll call it, has also helped.
Hmm.
So with the storytelling part, the exposure, the way you also carry yourself, or the content that you also put out, and in line of this business, one also has to learn that you have to separate your business from your personal life, your
Hmm.
personal page. So which is why there's a personal page, there's also the business page.
Yeah.
and all of that. But then again, in the sense of meeting other people in different industries, in different parts of the world, has
Yeah.
also helped to like tell that story. Oh, I'm in Nigeria. This is what I do. I'm a digital media entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I do. This is how I'm able to do it, and
Yeah.
we get to learn, we get to share. So telling the story has also helped from the foundation, where you're coming from, where you are at the moment,
Yeah.
and also looking at what the future brings. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so that has really just helped in that phase.
Amazing. And that's beautiful. Just before we go on, we are also live on Instagram, just so you know. With the yes, so the LinkedIn was not clear. So someone just messaged me from the team, and I'm like, you know what? So I did all that while you were I quickly did the Instagram
Oh,
while you were talking and added Instagram
like
to the stream. So for those who don't know, maybe Tosin wants to add Olorisupergal in bracket to her name. If you can do that,
okay,
Tosin, maybe you should add that to your name on the screen. This is Tosin Ajibade. A lot of you know her. She's the face behind Olorisupergal brand. So every time you go on Olorisupergal, every time you see anything from Olorisupergal, this is the person. This is the face of the person, who is, I mean, she's not directly managing the page, but she's the face of that business. She's the convener, she's the initiator, and she's the powerhouse that is my guest today. Tosin, thank you so much, for sharing that.
yeah.
I would say for those who don't know, Tosin and I, we go way back. And if there's one thing I can say about her, is that Tosin is dogged. She's
Oh
dogged
my
in
god.
a very subtle way. She goes after what she wants. She knows what she wants. And you had said something, when we started before we even, came on Instagram, and you said something about love. Please, I want you to start embracing that, honestly, because even if it is luck plus your God-given skills, right? You gotta embrace it. Let other people who want to think it is luck go and try it. The thing we say, if he easy, you said try him,
Try you
right?
know, no,
So,
there's something that I've been experiencing recently on the course of this event planning.
yeah.
So because it's a decade of the event.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we had the event was 2022, but between 2022 and 2024 we had the school debate, which is why we are counting it as the 12. Like we've done 12 editions, including the
Yeah.
school debate. So, we're meeting with people. Oh, I've heard about it before. It doesn't say anything to me. Nobody, people still don't know who Jesus is, so I am okay. All right. But
Did
the
you just say
impact that we have,
that?
but the impact that we have done in the industry, even the
Yeah.
people that are giving you the jobs that you have today, they know about
Mm,
us. That is
mm,
why I acknowledge the agencies to date, because agencies were the ones that fought for this industry too, for us to be able to make money from multinationals, from their clients, from their brands,
mm-hmm.
helping them understand that digital is the way.
Yeah.
I remember way back then when one of those banks, one of the first banks that we all know in this country, they were pitching us at that time to publish their content and all, and we could tell from the agency that they were not sure about how this would go, even regarding their brand. Now every brand has a policy. It might be a local policy, but global policies, especially when it comes to multinationals, they know what they go by, they know what they stand for. So there were no, we didn't have any of these things years ago. So now that we are here, if those people did not fight for us, we would not have food on our table. All right.
Mm,
So kudos to all the people, the early disruptors who fought
mm.
the way or paved the way for us to have an industry that we know today. And the pyramid is shifting. The pyramid is changing.
Yes.
The top to the bottom is changing.
Yeah.
Influencers, brand content creators, they get the job before they even come to media. Media is now repurposing their
Yes.
content on them. They are paying as media, but they've paid influencers in millions. They are paying
Mm,
platforms in thousands. You see the difference?
mm,
Things have
mm,
changed. And I said to
mm.
myself, will I start wearing oversized dress and start doing content as a skit maker? Ó dójú ọ̀gbọ̀ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ara mi pé ṣé mo lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? Because things have changed just right in front of our eyes. So I don't
And
know.
things have not, they have not all just changed alone.
Yes.
Even the brands are the ones who are part of the ecosystem that
They
made
are part
change,
of
because
yeah,
they
they brought the
shifted
change.
from working with companies directly that get these
Yeah.
influencers now to going directly to the influencers. So, like you said,
Yes.
brands that do the main work, they get the peanuts, and an influencer is getting like a 10 million naira, and a brand is getting say like 1 million to, but I mean, at the end of the day, as long as it's a win-win for everybody,
Exactly.
it's a win-win for
Exactly.
everybody. Yeah. So, the next one I want to ask you, of course, it's new media conference. I want us to talk about it, but for women in entrepreneurship, how can we better leverage new media tools? I think
Sorry,
there's
how
a
can we
device that is on your
better?
hand because it's
Sorry,
echoing.
it's echoing. Okay, my
Yes.
mic is on.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me
can you
see.
still hear me now?
Yeah. A little bit, but please go ahead.
Okay. So your question was about how women
Yeah,
entrepreneurs.
women. Yeah, before we go into the new media details and everything, for women in media or entrepreneurship, how can they better leverage media tools for impactful stories such as yours?
Okay. Um, I would say the response is direct because
Okay.
years ago we were all scared of facing cameras, going live. But today it's live, it's videos, it's what is selling. Videos go faster than pictures or still carousels,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what has been helping. Even for a lot of business owners, um, those who are in the SME industry, they know what they do, how to get their audiences. They come online, they're the ones dancing on the streets, they're the influencers for their businesses
Mm-hmm.
because they cannot afford influencers. All right,
Yeah.
they try to get influencers to influence for them, but they're like, if this person is charging me so amount, why can't I not do it? Because I've had to work with some entrepreneurs, even for influencer marketing training, and those were some of their concerns. If this person is charging this amount, why can't I do it? So everybody's like taking the bull by the horn, doing what they need to do. If you're the
Mm-hmm.
one that would be laid back to do any of those things, you definitely have to face the camera and do it. So with the
Mm-hmm.
platforms that are available in our hands, from Instagram to Twitter to TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram,
Yeah.
Snapchat, you just work with the media platform that works for you. Simple. I'm not of the
Mm.
opinion of being everywhere, but you still have to be everywhere. But have your own main platform. I mean, we have
Yes.
YouTubers like CCME way back, which started on YouTube. Now she's also on other platforms, but YouTube is our core. If you want to watch
Yes.
any videos about her, you go to our YouTube channel. You get the
YouTube
best of
channels.
CCME. You get the best of our content, best of our family, best of
Mm-hmm.
everything. But she gives you snippets of what she has done posted on YouTube. So have a
Yeah.
platform that you can always say this is your platform. All right. Have that platform that you can call your own. It just helps. So that way you have like this clear mind on how you can create your content, how you can also stay consistent. Consistency is very important, it's very key. It is what wears us out and drains us out. It is what takes us out of the scene because we are
Mm.
being seen. All right. So the spotlight is very interesting, but how do you manage it? People would
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, Tosin, are you in this country? Are you?" I'm like, "I'm here now. Wait, you don't need to be seeing my face all the
Mm-hmm.
time. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to see my work. You can see my
Yeah.
work, right? My work is
Yeah.
speaking for itself. So that one alone is enough. All right. But then
Yeah.
again, also know how to manage the spotlight when it comes. Know when to take breaks. Know when to come back. Know when to create your content. Know how to work around this. Just know how to manage it. I'll call it management because it's all about staying in the news or keeping it going. But take a break. Take 3 months break if you want to. People go shut down for 1 year. They come back
Yeah.
refreshed,
Yeah.
rejuvenated. It's okay for them because that's what's working for them. So do
Yeah.
what works for you because at the end of the day, you only know you, you only know yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm not even on my personal page because not because I'm not online, but I'm not there all the time. When I'm there, I'll just rush and then leave, But the business page keeps running because it's a business, like I said, and we have people that are working. So focusing on the business also is part of the whole thing. And I take breaks. I ensure that I take breaks. It's part of life now. When I
Mm-hmm.
started years ago, if you tell me take break, I'll look at you from head to toe, like doing what you are saying. But now I understand what it is. I take breaks. I leave it when I need to. I come back when I want to, and I don't have to answer
to anyone.
to anybody.
And that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. And I love that because sometimes women are made to believe that we don't have to take breaks.
Yeah.
We're supposed to just keep going until you are burned out and you're overwhelmed and or until something is serious. And people can start saying, oh, you should have taken a break. Really? But you were there, looking at me doing those things, and then you didn't ask me to take a break. So thank you for sharing that. It is really important for you to also know, like Tosin said, if you are a woman in media or using media as a means to put your business out there, know where your audience is, know your strength, and know how it works for you. Tosin, looking back at your own journey, what's one story or moment that reminds you why you do this work?
I'm laughing because most of the time I want to leave the job. I really just want to leave the job. So for most people, they don't know I had 9 to 5. I had experiences though in structured organizations, and that actually just still helped me even being a business owner. So many times I would say to myself, I think I want to go back to 9 to 5. I don't think this work is for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. To answer the question, I don't know because sometimes I feel like quitting, I feel like giving up, I feel like I'm not doing this again, and the next thing I get back into it. But it's not as easy as the way I'm saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of thinking process. Why am I doing this? So that question still keeps coming up, and that question has been coming up for years. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you not? Why are you not doing this? I would have thought about myself that by now, if my years of experience, I should be an executive, something something like that. So I question it every day, and that also just helps remind me that um, this is something that I'm created for, something that I'm built for, is what I would say. I didn't study media in school. Studied accounting, but I also had to go for a course in media at the Pan Atlantic University School of Media and Communications, where I had my certificates. That has just also helped build what I have and what I know today. So when you ask yourself questions, also remember why you are doing this, why you're starting it. Because I say to myself and I also say to people, as long as I'm not following anybody's shadow, then I know I'm on the right path.
That's good. As long as you're not following anybody's shadow, you know you're on the right path. And I hope somebody would take that as a nugget. As long as you are living your fruits,
Yeah.
you are working in your own purpose, you are good. And I think oftentimes what causes the distraction for a lot of people is that they are looking at other people's journey and they forget
Yes.
their own journey. They are busy scrolling and looking at the success stories of other people on Instagram, but they don't see the
Yes.
sacrifice those people made. Sometimes when most people are sleeping, creatives are up
Yeah.
developing content, creating ideas and all of that. Tosin, I know we talk about the new media conference. Please tell us more about it. What should
Okay.
people expect? I'm excited, particularly when you had mentioned to me earlier that there is a paid part where people get to network directly with industry experts, and they get to have access to those people. So please just tell me more about the
All
NFC.
right. Awesome. Okay. So for the new media conference, it's happening on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, at the podium in Lekki, Lagos. It's the theme for this year is a decade of disrupting new media, shaping Africa's future. Now we've had this conversation in Lagos. We also had it in Nairobi, and this year we're also taking it back to Nairobi and going to Accra for the first time. I will say people have asked me questions again so, around that. But I keep saying that this is an industry, this is an ecosystem. I mean, I have colleagues in these places, and we all know how far we have come. I mean, in today's world, we have the new generation of creators coming up. How are we guiding them, and how are we also showing them the way? For us, if we have suffered or we have gone through those processes that we've gone through, we don't need them to go through that process or make those mistakes. We are here to guide them, also show them how to get it done. So for the conference is in two parts. We have the main conference and we also have the NMC 100. The NMC 100 is to award and recognize disruptors in the industry. So if you know any disruptor, tell them to be at the conference. The conference itself is going to be a three parts of the first, second, and third panel session. We have a keynote also too from, you know, experts in the industry, and with that we have the general attendees area for the event where people, so when you go to the website you register for free, yes, but you can always upgrade your ticket. So by upgrading your ticket you have access to the networking areas, you have access to the industry experts, where you can also make contacts, meet people, you can even meet your next what's that called, clients, or you can even be the next person that you could work with anybody in the industry. Despite the fact that, say, it's an ecosystem, so it could be someone in the government or office, it could be someone who's an agency, it could be anybody, it could be an influencer meeting a client at the event or pitching. So it's an avenue for you to pitch your work. Oh, my name is XYZ, this is what I do. You can find me on this page, and I think I fit for a brand that you are representing in your agency. That's a pitch. All right, so you can always pitch to these people. They will be there at the event. So of course, nuggets, slides from the panel sessions will be sent to those who have upgraded their tickets and all. So it's gonna be a packed day for knowledge, impact, and also profiling solutions. So one thing for me is value. The value this event is bringing to you. You coming to the venue, you're getting to see everything. You get to know what the sessions would be, but what are you taking on with? What are you applying? I'm the thinker. Like, if you get knowledge, apply immediately. So when you come there, you get knowledge, you get skills. Digital skills that you might not even know, that I also might not know. I might get to hear from the panel session. So imagine I learned something on artificial intelligence, how easy I can make um, AI clones or AI voices or something just from that panel session, and then
Yeah.
I apply it, and I know that I learned it from the new media conference. That is what we are looking for, and that is what we are bringing to people. All right, because we're in the day and age of artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
and guess what? You cannot be behind it. All right, I know how to use ChatGPT. I know how to use Gemini VO3. I know how to use um, what's it, 11 Labs. Like, I know some of these AI tools that I know how to use to create content. So I know AI tools to create content. Some people use AI for storytelling. People use AI for movies. We watch these things on YouTube. It's not just magic. It's something that you can learn. That's how you up. That's how you up your skills.
Of
All right.
skills.
And before you know it, brands like us or companies like us in the industry will start asking people if they know or they have AI skills. Same way they will ask you, do you know how to use Canva? Do you know how to use Canva? They will now begin to ask you, do you know how to use AI? What AI tool can you use? Can you use ChatGPT? Can you use Flow? Can you use Gemini VO3? Can you use this? Can you use that? You need to learn. You need to know and how to use it. So this is the event you need to upskill and upgrade your knowledge and skills in the industry.
Amazing. And for those who would like to attend, you can
Oh,
register for the conference at New Media Conference.Africa. Please tell us more on how people can register, Tosin.
okay, so if you want to attend the event, it's a physical, and so it's going to be an hybrid event. So we are not announcing the hybrid link here. Sorry, the virtual link yet, because we want to ensure that we have a lot of physical attendees at the conference. So for to attend in Lagos, Nigeria, please go to the website Media Conference to Africa to secure your ticket. Reserve your seats, and they will see you at the event. Also, watch out for updates in your emails when you register. So we are sending out weekly updates about the event to your inbox. So ensure that you move it from spam to inbox when you receive those notifications. You can follow us on social media at New Media Conference on TikTok, on Instagram, and also on Facebook. On Instagram, on Twitter, which is X. Sorry, we are at we are at the NMC Africa on Twitter. I'll take it again. On Twitter, it is the NMC Africa on Twitter to follow us. So yes, that's
Yeah, pretty
how you
much
can
it.
get to know about the event, how you can follow us on more updates and speakers. The 100 list will be announced on those platforms, and all. And yes, we'll definitely getting there.
Yeah, and there's an award too. You want to talk about that? There's an award ceremony as well. Would recipients of those awards be given the awards in person? Is the award open to those in the diaspora? Is it just for Africans?
Okay, so for the awards, honestly, I also want to be on the list. When this whole thing came up or started, I said, why am I not on the list? Why? Why can't I be on the list? So we have juror members that we are working with. We have the people who are vast in knowledge, in integrity, values, who also know the industry that are also working on that. So I also want to be on the list. And now nominations are closed, so I don't know if anybody nominated me. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think from the jurors, we get to see or we get to hear from them those who made it to the list. And of course, like I said, disruptors in the industry, people that will be recognized in the industry are the ones that will be getting the award on that day and be giving their awards on the event day, which is Thursday, September 25th at the venue. More information on that will be, pushed out once it's all fleshed out because we are still at the um, planning stage right now. We are actually in phase two of the planning stage. So I think when all of that is being fleshed from the production and planning team, we'll definitely announce um, to the public. But then again, all the recipients for the awards will be given the awards in person. So once they're being reached out to, they definitely know that they'll be honored on that day. I would expect that they come for the event and also come with a plus one that would also be there for them to cheer them on.
To cheer them on. Amazing. That sounds like a lot of activity in one day. And right now, I wish I could just come for that event, and experience it. But the good thing is, you're also going to show it to us. Those of us abroad, we can watch online. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So to wrap up, the session, what's growing trend in new media storytelling? Are you seeing right now, and you believe it's currently working best for brands? So what is that new media? What is that thing? I know you had mentioned few initially, but for those who are just joining, what are some of the tools that are working for creators? You did mention that part of the vision for new media is to teach the newbies how to become disruptors in the industry.
Yeah.
So they want to become influencers. They want to become brands like you. How can they do it? And what tools are working presently for influencers that they can
Okay.
exploit?
All right. So I think for tools working for influencers, I mean, aside from tools, I would say platforms. So platforms and tools.
Mhm.
Platforms, TikTok, Gen Z, that's where you find them. That's where they are. Snapchat, that's where you find them. Even the Gen millennials, they also on Snapchat, so you find them there. But for
Yeah.
the tools, from CapCut to eShot, these are tools that are easy to use. And now that even with CapCut Pro or eShot Pro, you get to create amazing content. Um, One of the things that people don't know about our industry is that we pay for these things. So when you charge, people think you are overcharging them or you are trying to extort from them. I'm like, hey Lodi, I just renewed Twitter verification just yesterday and I paid for a year. And you know how if you convert that, yes, if you convert that from naira to dollar, you know how much that is. People don't get to see these things, and this is part of the branding. This is part of what clients wants to see. When they are working with you, don't see that you're verified online. You are this, you are that. Even when people are talking to you, don't see that you're verified. We pay for all these things, all right. Years ago it was free, but now it's paid. So they're making back their money. They are paid heavily for it. So you want to showcase on our platforms, and we bill you. We're not billing you because they're billing because it is the money. So when we even create videos these days, there are tools that also help to create videos, clean videos, because of the issues on intellectual property, copyright, music, sound. Those are the issues. So you have to be on the pro plan to access some of these features to
Yeah.
help your content, creation go smoothly. So we are paying heavily in naira or dollars for all of these things. So these tools are helping. So these are some of the tools that creators are helping and also shaping the way we see content today. All right. We are in the business of live event coverage. When we go for event, people see the content immediately on our page. It's not because we are doing abracadabra. We have internet issues. We are holding like 4 or 5 MiFi's because we need strong internet. But we have tools that helps us to work faster, from the cameras to gimbals to phones to editing tools that we are paying for. So when you see those content live, like you are there, it shows that we are doing something extra to ensure that people get to see the value of what we are doing. So those are, I would say those. I would just mention that those are some of the tools that are also helping a lot of creators, influencers, skit makers today in today's industry. All right, and even with the rise of AI is also changing the narrative, it's changing the stories,
Yeah.
and since this AI is also, so AI is something that people need to understand that it's not here to it's not here to destroy. Yes, it is disrupting the industry because of the way we see things, and now it can also clone your voice, clone everything. But you can also use AI to your advantage. You can train your AI. You can train it the way you want it. You can speak to it like it's a human being. That is how AI is built. Remember, it is artificial intelligence. So it is the information you give it that it gives back to you. So how do you now train it to work better for you in terms of content creation, in terms of storytelling, you're right, in terms of visibility, even awareness? How do you train it to be a better user of it? That
Yeah.
is where the work is. All right. So those are the little things that are actually shaping the industry right now.
Industry. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. CapCut, for those who didn't hear that, CapCut, InShot, Canva. Listen, these are tools that you can download from your phone. So instead of constantly asking people, oh, what can I do better? What can I do better? The
Yeah.
truth is, you need to be willing to invest in yourself. And that's what
Yes.
this is saying. These apps are not free to use. And it is because they also give us value. They're serving a purpose. And
Yes.
we as users need to be able to invest in them. And I hear you when you say you just paid for your visa verification. People don't know the amount of work that goes into being a brand, the
Canva.
sacrifices.
Yeah, to access Canva Pro, it's about 99,999. Like you're paying, that's the amount you're paying for a year. And for me, because of the work that we do, I just like to pay for a year. Canva a year, InShot a year, and this is where the money goes into the conversion from naira to dollars. It's also another
Dollars.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a loss for us. It's not a gain, it's a loss. It's a huge loss. And our market and industry is different from the American or US industry, which is why creators, even in other locations or in other countries, will do better than we that were in Africa or we are in Nigeria because of our location.
And
These are
network.
these are
And
network.
sometimes
These are
network
issues.
don't help.
Yes, network. Like for instance, I have to share where I am at the moment because I know what it is. So these are some of the issues that we're facing in the industry. So people say, "Oh, this person is making money," but you don't know the work they've put behind that
Behind
because
it.
their IP might not be Nigerian IP, it might be another country's IP. A whole lot of things. So they can make money off those platforms they are not making money from. It's the truth. So
And that's true.
and this all these things we don't get to hear them. Everybody just wants to make money. They don't know how to make the money. They don't know how to monetize or what to do to even monetize. All right.
Mm.
And we see platforms like Google, YouTube, Meta hosting creator workshops or hosting workshops to engage us, to enlighten us because they know what the other countries are doing with those tools.
Mm.
It's the same thing too in the music industry. When you see all these our artists, they're not in Nigeria. They are doing tours in France, they are doing tours in Europe, they are going everywhere to do their tours to make their money. The Nigerian industry will not make the money that they want or you want them to make as big as they are. That is why they are not in Nigeria. They only come in December, do that and go again and go and do what they need to do. It's the same thing to our industry. That is how the money is all streamlined because
Mm.
even if you are comparing yourself to another creator that has maybe 10,000 followers and you have 1 million and you're not making as much as that person, it's the location.
Tell me about it. Even the platforms pay those who are not in Africa better.
Yes.
People who creators in US, Europe, Canada, and other parts of the world, they are paid better than those. I've seen people complain about it. I saw
Yes.
someone complaining that a video of 2 million views got maybe $10
No,
or something like that.
when I was in the US, I think earlier this year, and there was a video that was on our page that was going viral. It had over 2 million views. And my friend was asking, are you not making money? I went to check the analysis. I went to check the monetization. It was 0.00. And we had millions, yes. And he, being in the US as a US citizen, you know, he made a tweet. The tweet went viral on Instagram. He made money. I saw it like this. I saw it the back end, and he made money from just carousels, just tweets, and because it went viral. So that's the difference. That's the problem. We
Yeah,
have.
the African effect of it all, but still, right? It's also a place where you have been able to pitch your tent. You've made a
Yes.
name for yourself, and you are a global brand, not just an African brand. And I feel that is the beauty of the work that you've done over the years. I'm gonna put you on the spot because I want you to say something to a young person.
Okay.
There is a young man or a young you know woman who is a creator or intending creator, and they want to hear from you. What is that word of encouragement that you have for her? They've learned so much from you today. I am sure that the moment you mention CapCut and Canva and InShot and Gemini, there are people who are also taking notes, those who are going to watch this afterwards. But beyond that, what word do you want to leave with them today, to encourage
Okay.
them?
All right. So I would say that sometimes the journey might not make sense, and they might not even look smooth because you might feel alone sometimes, and you might also think that you are not doing well. But at the end of the day, as long as you know your purpose and you know what you're doing or what you're going for, just ensure that you're on the right path, and also ensure that you ask questions from the right people or ask questions all the time. Is what I'll say. You might not even know the right people, you might not even know the right person, but always ensure that you ask questions. Ask questions that can help shape your thinking, your mindset, your perspective. They say in info long way of food is what I would put it. Like it's the information you get that would also help, that would also lift you up. So being amongst colleagues in the industry and asking questions and how things can actually be reshaped would also help your thinking, the thinking process. And also in the case of money making and monetization, yes, it might not be easy for people who are just early, and for those who are finding their foot in the industry, yes, keep on to it. Ensure that you also have the right circle, also have the right colleagues that you are working with or you are running with. The agencies that are reaching out to you, ensure that you also check on them. Don't just get their money and just leave. So you check on them, say thank you. Thank you. Your thank you goes a long way. All right. That thank you, that visit, that check-in. Oh, I'm just checking to say hello goes a long way. Because before they thought about you and approved your name, they also have to counsel a lot of people. All right. So you getting it does not mean because you are the best. You are the best today does not mean you'll be the best tomorrow. All right. So just ensure that in the place of work, ensure that gratitude is also in front of you. Be grateful, gratitude, show gratitude, be there, be present. Also ensure that you don't let your worries or your problems overwhelm you, overshadow the joy in the moment. I've been there so many times that I'm in the happy moment but I'm sad. It's showing on my face. So now learn to enjoy those moments, learn to enjoy those things. So ensure that you are in the present, you're in the moment, and you're taking it all in, you're soaking it all in, and ensure that you're you are taking those rests. Rest is also important. Your mental state is very important. Don't let people call you crazy because they think you are crazy. Let people see you and call you crazy because they know that you are going somewhere. All right. So stay, yeah, you stay for yourself and be there for yourself, and ensure that you talk to people that can help you and understand you. Talk to somebody. Don't stay alone. Don't bottle it up because you feel that nobody understands you. There are so many people going through a lot of things, and one thing, the irony in this is that the people that make you happy are the saddest persons.
Mm,
People that make you smile online are the saddest person, but we don't see it. We don't
mm,
know it. But
mm,
we've seen it and we know it, so we understand it. And that is why
mm.
stay joyful all the time. Gratitude is important, all right? And I wish everybody all the best.
Yes, thank you so much, Tosin, for that. Thank you for sharing that with us. Those are very powerful words. And I'm sure that, yes, yes. And I'm sure that anyone, I mean, we took it from um, aspire, perspire. And then the end is retire, meaning
Oh,
rest. That's what we say it.
yes, yeah,
Aspire,
after
perspire to retire. So meaning you aspire. That's the beginning. Then you perspire. Okay, I can do. But then you need to retire sometimes, which is take the rest. And even in the perspire, she's saying learn how to reach out to people, connect with people, who can support. And you are seeing Olorisupergal right now. Yeah, she's busy. The person is up there. How can I reach her? See, one trick that I've come to understand in life is that when you give value, people will notice you.
Yeah.
Somehow you'll be noticed. So thank you, Tosin, for sharing your time with us today. I am really excited for you and your team
Thank you so
for
much.
the new media conference on September
Thank you.
25th. Register, guys. It is scrolling on the screen for those who are watching on Facebook, Instagram, and of course the YouTube channel. Register for the new media conference. Listen, you need to be in these rooms because we complain so much about not having the right network. Yet you are not going to the places where you will find the people. So how do you
Yes.
want to meet them? So you need to be in the room. Now we're saying register, and then when you see the event and you see the photos, you start saying, when did this happen? It is right there in your face,
Yeah.
right? So register. If I were you, I would do the paid one. You know why? I like value.
Exactly.
I want to see those industry experts. I want to get their complimentary cards. I want to be a mentee or a mentor. I want to
Yeah.
know what they can offer me, how they can support my work, how we can collaborate, right? So once again, I wish every creator and media person that joined us today or will be watching this, I wish you all the best on your journey. Follow
Thank
Tosin
you.
at Tosin Ajibade on Instagram. She's Tosin Ajibade on Facebook. Follow our business page at Olorisupergal Media on Instagram, Olorisupergal on Facebook. She's also on YouTube, and check them out on TikTok as well. Thank you for your time
Thank
today,
you.
and I
Thank you
wish
so much.
everyone all the best. And bye for now.
Bye.